Our Sun is a fascinating and powerful star. It constantly releases energy in various forms, making it a dynamic and ever-changing celestial body. Some of this energy comes in the form of solar flares, which are sudden and intense bursts of radiation. Imagine a sudden bright burst of light on the Sun's surface. That's a solar flare. These flares can be incredibly bright and powerful. These flares are categorized by their strength, ranging from minor to extremely powerful. C-class flares are like little sparks. M-class flares are stronger, capable of causing minor space weather effects. Then there are the big ones, X-class flares. These are the most intense and can have significant impacts. These are the ones that can really shake things up here on Earth, affecting satellites, communications, and even power grids. These flares happen because of the Sun's magnetic field, which is constantly in motion and full of energy. Think of it like a giant rubber band getting twisted and tangled over time due to the Sun's rotation and magnetic activity. When the tension gets too high, the rubber band snaps. This release of tension is what causes a solar flare. That's similar to what happens with solar flares. The energy stored in the magnetic field is suddenly released. The energy is released in a sudden burst, traveling at incredible speeds, and can reach Earth in just a few minutes. Right now, in December 2024, the Sun is showing some interesting activity. The solar surface is alive with energy, and scientists are closely monitoring every flare and burst. It's not quiet, but it's not going crazy either. The Sun is in a state of low to moderate activity, which is fascinating to observe. We call this low to moderate activity. It's a period where the Sun is active, but not excessively so. However, things could get more intense as we move through December. The solar activity might ramp up, leading to stronger flares. Scientists are predicting a potential for some strong activity until December 21st. They are using advanced tools to forecast these changes. It's like the Sun is building up to something. The anticipation is palpable among the scientific community. We've observed a few C-class flares in the past day. These are minor, but still noteworthy. These are relatively small and haven't caused any trouble on Earth. Life continues as usual under the Sun's watchful eye. There haven't been any recent MM or X-class flares, which is good news. These larger flares can disrupt communications and power grids. But remember, space weather is always changing. Stay tuned for updates as we continue to monitor the Sun's activity. So, why should we care about solar flares? What makes these solar events so significant for us? Well, they can have a real impact on us here on Earth, affecting our daily lives in ways we might not even realize. The most common effect is radio blackouts, which can be quite disruptive. These flares can interfere with radio waves, especially high-frequency ones used in aviation and emergency services, causing significant communication issues. Imagine your radio going static during a crucial moment. It could be a matter of life and death in some situations. In more extreme cases, solar flares can disrupt our satellites, which we rely on for communication, navigation, GPS, and even watching television. This can lead to widespread inconvenience and confusion, and in truly rare instances, a powerful solar flare could even cause problems with power grids, leading to blackouts that can affect entire cities or regions. It's a reminder of how connected we are to the Sun and its activity. Our modern world is intricately linked to these solar phenomena. The good news is that scientists are constantly monitoring the Sun. They use sophisticated telescopes and satellites to track solar flares and predict their potential impact. And you can stay informed too. Websites and organizations like NOAA and Space Weather Live provide up-to-date information on solar activity. It's like a weather forecast, but for space. Remember, knowledge is power. By understanding solar flares and staying informed about their activity, we can better prepare for any potential impacts and appreciate the awesome power of our nearest star.